13, just thought I'd jump in and show you guys a little bit of a project I've been working on alongside the community of Kaingaroa in the north part of the Chatham Islands for the last few months. So we've got a community garden. We have a community garden now. When I turned up, there was just two greenhouses, and she was a bit of an overgrown paddock, and since then we've turned it into a functioning garden. Myself alongside all the members of the community have all chipped in and sort of got this garden producing fruit, producing vegetables regularly. I'll spin you around, eh? So I'm just currently watering what's about to be our puha patch. I let the maintenance get away on me a little bit, and so this is going to be the puha patch. While I was setting everything up, I let sort of the general maintenance get a bit out of hand, and a couple of the locals come down and help me weed eat and mow it all. And before we did that though, we went round all of the puha and picked all of the seed heads off the top, see, like that. And then we rotary hoed this section along here, and then sprinkled all of those seed heads all over the dirt here. And then in 8 weeks time, this should be a puha patch that regenerates itself for sort of indefinitely, as long as it's looked after. So be boil ups on in a few weeks. So we're outside of the main garden now. Again, with help of local farmers and stuff like that, we put together this big compound, gates at each end. We've got water supply now from up at the school. She's all on. But yeah, this is puha. These here are the old seeds, and normally the wind takes them, see them like that, and that's how they sort of spread their seed. But we sort of cheated that and just went round picking all those heads and putting them straight in the loose, freshly turned over fertilised dirt. This is the pumpkin patch. Got butternuts at this end. Check the size of this hua. I'm quite proud of this because I'm not even a big fan of pumpkin personally, but I've done alright. It's my first sort of crack at growing pumpkins. A few in there. Then we come a bit further along and we've got kamus. We're already harvesting those regularly for the community. And then a bit further along here, and we've got our grey crowns just growing away. Yeah, so that's the pumpkin patch. That's the spud patch. Yeah, it's the spud patch. This is the existing stuff. And there's 3 rows of spuds we planted yesterday. There's our corn patch. It's all just starting to flower now. Should have some cobs shortly, but I think I might have under fertilised it a bit. It's just a bit yellow. It's not that deep green that you really want. This is where I had the peas growing up. Some upcycled old fishing stuff. We got old cray pot mesh and old trawler mesh. This is our cucumbers. Those are all normal cucumbers. We've got apple cucumbers. See some in there. And we've also got, there's quite a few in there actually, and we've got gherkin cucumbers at the other end. And these are all our courgette plants. It's a beautiful courgette in there, ready to pick. Another one coming through in there. Another one there. And then at this end, like I said, we've got our pickle cucumbers. So making pickles with. I'll go have a look at the tomatoes. And here's the tomatoes. Now I was really late because just setting up this compound and getting it all tidied up took quite a lot of my time, and alongside my normal job and stuff like that. So I was setting all this up and getting it all ready, and didn't actually get any tomato seed in the ground till sort of December. So it's been a bit of a slow process, but look at the abundance of flowers we're getting. It's going to be a late season, but I think we're going to get a lot. So these are all cherry tomatoes at this end. These were the first ones to set. They're almost ripe. And then we've got money makers through here. and then beefsteak tomatoes at the far end. Also, Trail and Alice helped me clean all of this out. Going to run weed mat in there, and then this is going to be where all the capsicums and chilies go. And then we're thinking herbs and something else in the other greenhouse. So yeah, no, it's coming along mean as. So yeah, now we're just having a bit of a harvest. One thing I just want to note is it's without the people of this community, none of this would have been possible. You know, everybody in the community pretty much has contributed to this little garden one way or another. Check this out. This is the first time I've ever seen this, and I just happened to pick it on the story. Look at that. Those two courgettes have fused and become one. How cool is that? So yeah, anyways, I do a harvest every few days, and we've got a bit of a group chat, and anybody from the community that wants anything out of that gets it. And if there's any surplus, we send it through to the main township, and people can purchase it for $1 gold coin donation, and all of that money just goes back into the garden. There it is, today's harvest. We've got plenty of courgettes, some gherkins, some apple cucumber, and some normal cucumber. Courgettes, cucumbers, like I tried to plant things that produce lots of fruit. Out here, fresh fruit and veg is really expensive because you've got to pay the freight costs and stuff like that. So yeah, pretty rapt to be doing this, and I've always wanted a big garden, and now well, I don't have one, but the community has one, and I get to sort of grow what I want for everybody. That's a win-win-win. Yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed this little tour of the garden.